Alright, so I just got the LED controller working through the POC page. So that's the beagle bone right there. Here's another one over here. That's another one. That's an older version that I have running. There's the relay shield, a little LED shield. But yeah, it fits in a little case that's fairly small. Here's the extensions coming off right here. This right here is going to be moisture sensor. That's a Vegetronics moisture sensor. Just stabs down into the soil. And you can see they all come out from the side of the Pelican case. They're going to be routed in and plugged into all of these pins right here. Ethernet, power. And then here's an example of one of the peripheral or devices, It's just an extension cord that comes out. Each one of these extension cords will be wired into one of these relays, and then the relays will be controlled through these pins right here, coming off of the backs of the relays, that will be wired into digital outs right here. And so turning these digital in and out pins, or digital out pins on and off, is what's going to control the relay, is what's going to turn on these extension cords. So that's the general theory, and we can test it really easily to see if it's working programmatically through something like this POC page. So right now it's pretty simple. I just have the sensors page. This is a CRUD my friend Faisal wrote. We can add different sensors. Let's say a temperature sensor, and then we have a code. That's like an internal code. We can give it a description. We'll add some more stuff. So that's kind of what's going on. So that's the sensors page. We still need to line up this menu to look a little bit more interesting, and then the devices will be the same thing. I think Faisal's been working on the rules. He said he wrote it like a really cool rule engine, so that's going to be cool. And the rules, of course, are going to be, if one of these sensors, a specific sensor, gets below or above different impedances or different tolerances, then one of the devices will turn on or off. So that's what the rules do. POC is just a proof of concepts page where we can put debugging and different types of stuff before we pull it into the main architecture. POC won't be put out in production. So right now all we have is turn on and off this LED. So in the background I have the Python side wired into the Adafruit GPIO library, which messes with the pins, turns the pins on and off. And so we're going to test this pin right here, or actually this is a ground that's plugged into this side of the short side of the LED through some sort of 10k ohm resistor or 1k ohm resistor or something like that, and then into bank 9. There's bank 9 on this side, and this is bank 8 on this side. And so bank 9, pin number 11, that's one of the available digital out pins on these banks. So we're going to use this POC page to turn that on and off through the Adafruit library in the background. So we click on that. Boom, kind of turns on the LED there. And you can tell as I click on it, it turns on and off. So in the end, of course, instead of an LED turning on and off, it's going to be turning on and off a high-low voltage signal, of course, going to, again, from one of the pins into the relay control pins right here. I don't know if you can see those right there. And then those pins back here, 8 of them, control these 8 relays, and then plugged into the heavy voltage side of the relay will be one of the thingamabobber's extension cords. So that's how it's going to work in general, according to the rules. But yeah, man, I just got this LED working. Apparently it needs to run as root, so that's kind of lame. The pin IO depends on root access, so I'm going to have to figure out something with that, because we can't really run this process as root all the time. All right, rock and roll. Thanks, y'all.